Hi, Wackaholics. Welcome back to Wacky Tidings, and we got a doozy for you today. Starting out with a roadside barbecue, we got some odd-shaped turtles and an emu on the lamb. Stick around for that last story because it is a doozy you will not believe. First starting it off is going to be Mr. Cletus for you.
Y'all listen up. A whole mess of ribeye steaks went up in smoke on a Missouri highway. The Doolittle Fire Department in Phelps County was the lucky crew to respond to that particular sizzle fest. The fire on Interstate 44 closed down the eastbound lanes, and the firefighters had to put out what they thought was the best smelling blaze they'd ever seen. It was a true shame though. The fire department had to report that all 40,000 pounds of that meat was a total loss. The fire chief said it's a crying shame that a whole lot of good eating went to waste. We had to hose it down, but my heart wasn't just in it. Folks on social media joked that it was the biggest barbecue the county had ever seen, and some had even brought their own tater salad. One fella commented, "Well, bless their hearts, I bet they were a whole lot more fired up to get that one than they were to get a cat out of a tree." You know, it's a rough day when your dinner plans literally go up in flames, a local said with a sigh. And the rookie firefighter, who's a vegan, was heard muttering, "Thank goodness that's over. All that smoke makes me feel a little bit more carnivorous." And it just goes to show, folks, that the Lord does work in mysterious ways, and sometimes those ways smell like a big old smoked brisket. Back to you, Lord.
Thanks, Cletus. Moving right along. Speaking of that, when's lunch? Kind of hungry now.
My mom packed my lunch. I got chicken fingers.
Nah. I bet. What you cooking?
Come on, give me a ribeye. If there's any left.
That sounds pretty right there.
If there's any left.
I'm down for that. You can keep Mr. Chicken Fingers over there.
But I want mine. Medium rare.
Salutations, and oh boy, do I have a story for you. The Missouri Department of Conservation threw the birthday bash of the century for a hero who has spent 41 years in a shelf-based existential crisis. Oh, and that reminds me, boys, that my mom is planning me a Ninja Turtle themed birthday party, and you guys are invited.
Well, when is that? Because I might be busy. I don't know.
It's next month.
Oh, we got that thing in that one area.
Yeah, she just wants you to RSVP so we can get a head count. There's gonna be a piñata.
Oh, right on.
Piñata.
But back to the story. Peanut, a rear-eared slider turtle with a shell shaped like a perfectly lazy figure eight, celebrated his milestone with an unbothered grace only a reptile can muster. Their birthday boy, whose shell looks less like a turtle's home and more like a pretzel that's been run over by a lawnmower, was the guest of honor. Staff presented him with a gourmet cake of leafy greens and worms. That doesn't sound very nutritious. Peanut reportedly ignored the human fanfare and, with the elegant poise of a seasoned professional, promptly devoured the entire stack. Peanut has been our unofficial mascot for decades, said an MDC spokesperson. He is a true testament to the fact that you don't have to be a straight shooter to be a winner. My mom has told me that quite a bit. Yep. He's been waiting in circles for 41 years, and frankly, he's never been happier. When asked about his plans for turning 42, Peanut just blinked, took a nap, and continued his life's work of being a living, breathing, figure-8 shaped legend. Gee Wilkers.
Legend.
That was very interesting, Dirk. Appreciate your hard research on that one.
Thank you.
All right, this story coming from Boulder, Colorado. The Great Boulder Emu Chase of 2025 has come to a bizarre and hilarious end, proving once and for all that a well-placed bagel can solve almost anything. The runaway emu, now identified as a sassy 6-foot-tall bird named Kevin, had been terrorizing local joggers and causing traffic jams with his rebellious stride. His 2-day reign of feathery chaos came to an end when local hero Fiona Jenkins, armed with a fresh everything bagel, lured him into submission.
Actually, my mom buys me whole grain muffins.
Does she now? Can't tell. He was just so dramatic, Jenkins said, running around with that "you can't catch me" look. But then I showed him the bagel and his entire demeanor changed. He went from rebel without a cause to rebel with a full stomach in about 3 seconds.
That's funny. Me and my cousin Bojo, we just get a rope and tie him to the ground when he got ornery.
Good to know.
I'm glad I could teach you something today, Lars.
Thank you, Cletus.
No problem.
Kevin is now safely at an animal sanctuary where his favorite pastime is reportedly giving squirrels the eye and demanding more bagels. What do you think of that?
I prefer muffins.
Get out of here. Jeez. Alright, and for our final story, which is our top story for today, we've dubbed it the worst getaway plan ever. Because you're not going to believe this story. Picture a guy, let's call him Ryan, a kayaker from Wisconsin. One day he's out on the lake and his boat's found empty. Everyone thinks the worst. A massive month-long search effort is launched with boats, divers, and drones. The cost? A cool $30,000. The entire community is worried sick. Turns out, Ryan wasn't worried at all. He was busy making the world's most obvious escape.
While the research team was scouring the lake for a body, investigators checked Ryan's laptop. Now, if you're going to
Fake your own untimely departure.
precisely and flee the country, here's a pro tip. Maybe don't leave your entire plan on your computer. His digital trail was so obvious, it's practically had a flashing neon sign that said, "I'm alive," on his laptop. Investigators found plans to travel to Europe, financial transfers to a foreign bank account, and the most bizarre part, contact with a woman in Uzbekistan. Oh, and just to put a cherry on top of this cake of bad decisions, he's also taken out a $375,000 life insurance policy because nothing says I'm gone forever like a tidy sum of cash. That's why I'll live with my mom forever.
Of course you will. Anyway.
After the master plan was exposed, Ryan's new life in Uzbekistan was pretty short-lived. He ended up returning to the United States and just a few months later turned himself in to the authorities. He pleaded guilty, obstructing a police officer at the trouble he caused. And in the end, Ryan was sentenced to 89 days in jail and was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine to cover the search party for, well, himself. So the next time you're thinking about suddenly changing your career, maybe just update your resume instead of faking your own untimely departure. It'll save you a lot of time and a lot of money.
That it will, Cletus.
Indeed.
That it will. Alright. Alright guys, that's our show this week. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, please hit that like button, the subscribe button, and turn on that little bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any future episodes of Wacky Tidings. And as always, I'm Lars Whiskerbottom.
I'm Dirk McShortwitz.
And I'm Cletus Walker.
Reminding you,
Stay weird.
Stay wonderful.
stay wacky.
Hello, Mother. You're never gonna believe this. The guys actually said they would come to my party. And I'm ready to be picked up now. What do you mean? Oh, not again. Guys, wait up.